Welcome, beautiful people from the live. I hope you were able to join. If you weren't, don't worry, there'll be another one. But in this video, we're going international.
Yo, girl, take a 5 home, that's real.
Mommy, my finger.
Stop teasing me.
We get 2 new passport stamps. To what countries? We have to tune in to find out. We go Petey Layflats to start the trip, a 10.5-hour deadhead. And this trip, it's one of the better ones. We're only flying 9 hours, 2 legs, but paid for 30. Living life. As always, if you want to come along for the ride, buckle up. Let's go fly.
To the morning come, you won't shoot for the girl, damn, what is something?
Beautiful people, welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name is Pete. Some call me Pilot Pete, and we're going international. Another work trip for you. We got 2 new passport stamps coming. The trip starts with a deadhead. That means company's paying for me to get to the airplane. And the airplane is currently in Santiago, Chile. So we got a 10.5-hour deadhead Petey Layflats. We're going JFK on the 787 nonstop to Santiago, Chile. It's gonna be a long night, but hey, at least we got a lay flat. So if you wanna come along for the ride, let's go do it. All right, the train and the air train all worked out from door to terminal in an hour. We love that for like 16 bucks. The next hurdle to cross is KCM. Will we get through? Will we get randomed? Stay tuned to find out.
Please, 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 don't ruin my life.
Front door to gate in 1 hour on the dot. It helps KCM. We got through. That was a huge help. Got our seat assignment 2L. Petey Layflats the next 10.5 hours down to Santiago, Chile. Had a nice steak dinner before I left, so I'm hoping that I just fall asleep. It's probably gonna be physically impossible because even though Petey Layflats is the best way to travel, it's still not as comfortable for someone who's 6'4" and pushing 2 bills. But I'm not gonna complain. It's much better than how I normally travel, which is economy or jump seat. So we'll take it. 10.5 hours to go. Next stop is Santiago, Chile. I've never seen this before. They boarded the flight an hour and 10 minutes prior to departure. It probably took them 15 minutes. And I went up to the gate agent and said, hey, when are you guys closing the doors? They're like 7:25. I was like, well, I'm going to be in a metal tube for 10.5 hours. I'd rather not be in it any more longer than I have to. So I just waited till 7:22 to board. Departure's at 7:50. So no one's here, as you can see. All right, my first time on Latam. Petey Layflats, business class. Looks pretty similar to like a Delta One or Polaris seat. So this will be my home for the next 10.5 hours. Not too shabby. Hopefully the food's pretty good. We'll lock in. Got our eye mask and we'll get some Z's on our non-stop flight to Santiago. Latam business class menu for dinner. Appetizer, we got the shrimp. Main course, I'm thinking the chicken curry, but I might go crazy and do the ravioli. And then definitely can't say no to a nice free dessert. Cheese, no shot. Fruit, probably should, but won't. Ice cream and chocolate ganache with cake. I mean, why the heck not? See you boys and girls in the next 10.5 hours. 10.5 hours later, we have arrived in Santiago, Chile. Hola, buenos dias from Santiago, Chile. We have arrived. Made it safely. Good flight, good service, good food, good sleep, good landing. And we're here downtown Santiago, Chile. A little cloudy day, a little misty day, but won't stop us from getting out, checking it out, exploring a little bit, getting a workout in and getting some good eats. Hopefully the sun burns off this kind of cloud layers. One of my favorite parts about Santiago, Chile in the downtown is seeing the Andes Mountains, Andes, whatever the heck they're called. This is like the coolest part of this city, in my opinion, is the topography SJ will like that one, is seeing like the 20,000 foot mountains that literally engulf the city. It's like nothing other. But yeah, we're here, we made it. Another passport stamp secured, and we bypassed the breakfast on the plane. They woke me up for it, which I asked to be woken up for, but then when I realized I was way too tired and not that hungry, I went back to sleep, put the eye mask back on, and we'll have complimentary hotel breakfast here. It's pretty good. I've been in this hotel a few times, been to Santiago, I don't know, 3 or 4 times now, and we'll start the day off with some breakfast, go eat, and go hang out in Chile. First stop in Chile, Gimnasio y Pescania. I know one of those words definitely means gym.
You smart. You very smart.
Pescana, I'm gonna guess, is pool, because I know there's a pool up here. It's at the top floor, 20th floor, I think we're on. The gym's all right. It'll get the job done. Got some free weights, a few machines. There's what I believe is the Pescana. And then the view is pretty cool. Like I said, it's pretty cloudy, pretty cold, actually a little chilly here. And then there's the tallest building in Latin America, I think. The Contrana, or whatever the heck it's called. But yeah, it's getting warm in the States because we're in the Northern Hemisphere. So our summer is the Southern Hemisphere's winter. If you didn't know, now you know. So as we go from winter to springish, coming into summer, they're going into, I guess, what would it be, their fall, going into winter. So everyone's up outside in jackets and long sleeves. I think the temperature is 10 degrees Celsius. So quick math, that's 20, 18, and 32 is 50 degrees. So it's like 50 degrees outside Fahrenheit. So yeah, it's a little chilly. Nice little fall day here in Santiago. But first things first, you already know it's not negotiable. We're getting our workout in. Legs are hurting. SJ and I did legs before I left and ran. So we'll do a push day. Push-ups, some chest, some shoulders. We'll rock with the dumbbells. I mean, they're going with 25 kilos. That'll get us nice and beefy here in Santiago. Now, I don't claim to be the biggest or the strongest or the fastest, but I may put myself up there with one of the toughest. Look, folks, I mean, that is viewer discretion advised. That's not for the weak. You're putting the weights back, you hit your knuckle barely. It starts to bleed, probably more because they're freaking chapped and dried. Mommy, my finger, mommy. And here we are, we're still getting after it. You just don't get much tougher than that. You don't get much tougher than that.
Who's calling it? Who's calling this? Who's calling this? Who's calling this?
Made it outside. We're outside of the Sky Costanera, the tall building. You can go up in it, but I've never actually done it. Probably won't do it today either. Just not really of interest to me. I can kind of get the views from my office, if you know what I'm saying. But supposedly there's a nice big mall in here, a bunch of places to eat and shop. So we'll go check it out, find some grub, and enjoy some lunch. This mall is massive. I have no idea where anything is. So we're going to use Busca tu tienda and learn my Spanish. I asked chat for a recommendation. It said Mila. So let's see if that exists in here. So it has some, oh, there we go. Mila is level 5. I'm going to use context clues and say that means level 5.
You smart.
Look at this interactive map. You are here. That doesn't exist, but we're gonna go to level 5 and find myself Mila. All right, the scavenger hunt begins. Level 1 has been locked in. On our way upward to level 5 begins. Here's one cultural difference that would not fly in NYC. Escalator right, escalator left. We all know you stand on the right and you walk on the left, but I'm not gonna be the one to say escuchen in Chile. Level 5 has been unlocked. We made it to Mila. They got 2 flags, Chilean and Argentinian. So hopefully the food is good. Audible, Mila is out. They had pictures on their menu, didn't look good. So this place is enormous with literally 10,000 places to eat. So we're going to keep exploring until we find a good one. All right. I hate to admit it, but I panicked. So many options, didn't know what to do. So here we are. Taco place. We settled. We settled for tacos, folks.
Yeah, I saddled up my shoes, headed out at dawn.
Did some work in the hotel and I didn't realize, but the alert call is going to come at 10 p.m. local tonight. So that's going to come a little bit quicker than I would like as far as sleeping goes. So that means early dinner time. Everyone's just getting out of work and Pilot Pete's looking for a place to grub down. Tacos were pretty good, but I don't want to eat inside a mall again. So we're venturing. There's like this main road that I've been down a few times. Has a bunch of restaurants. It's always crowded from rush hour. Hopefully find something that's half decent, a little bit more local, a little more Chilean, South American, maybe some seafood. SJ, my girlfriend, doesn't like seafood, so never have it at home. She deprives me of it, so I look for it usually sometimes when I'm in seafoody places on the road. If all else fails, Mr. PF Chang's. Took us a little bit to figure out the translation, but we got it. We're at a Peruvian spot, close enough to Chile in my eyes, so we went with it. We got the ceviche coming up, and then again, like I said, she doesn't let me eat seafood at home. So we Googled this, arroza con mariscos for 17,000 buckaroonies. It's like a seafood and mixed rice. So we're gonna give that a go. Nice little people watching, early dinner time, the Pilot Pete special. You gotta notice here in Santiago, they do not mess around with their crosswalk guy. As soon as that stops blinking, now it's red, boom, green for these guys to go. They don't F around. Like unlike in New York, when it stops flashing, you still get like a solid 3 to 7 seconds. Here, you're gonna get drilled if you're not careful. Before I go to bed at 6:15 here and call it a night, I just wanted to show you my schedule and why I picked up this trip, why I think it's a good trip. So I said in previous videos, this month I pretty much dropped my entire schedule, and that's okay. I wouldn't get paid, but in order to build my credit hours back up, I was awarded 90 hours of pay and I dropped it down to 6 hours of pay. So I've slowly started to build it up. I think with this pickup, I'm up to like 77 hours. So right in the ballpark of where I want to be for the month. But yeah, this trip was pretty good. It started with a deadhead on Sunday, Memphis, Atlanta to Santiago, Chile. And then tonight is when we operate from Santiago, Chile up to Quito, Ecuador, 5 hours. And we have about a 24-hour layover there in Quito. And then we blast off at early morning again out of Quito, Ecuador on Thursday up to Miami, Florida. It's about a 4-ish hour flight over the ocean there, over Cuba, over Bogota, like I just did last week. And then I have a front-end deadhead to JFK with a 1 operating leg, JFK to Memphis, to kind of close out my month. And the reason this trip is so good in my opinion, not only is it international, it's different, it's more than just, you know, Memphis hub turning to Raleigh, Durham and Atlanta and Newark, is the pay to flying ratio. So a lot of people know that pilots only get paid when they fly. There's obviously some caveats to that, and this is a big one. With a deadhead on the front end and a deadhead on the back end, this trip I'm flying physically 9 hours of me piloting the airplane, for lack of a better term. However, I'm credited or paid 30 hours of pay, and that's because the deadhead to get down here, the amount of layover time that we have at international destinations, so it all just adds up to 9 hours of flying, 30 hours of pay. Now, it's not that glamorous. I mean, you still have to get to and from home. You're still not sleeping in your own bed. I prefer it, right? I'd rather get paid to Petey Layflats, watch movies and eat ice cream or sleep than have to operate the airplane. I love operating, it's fun, I love flying, but who would rather not, you know, sit back, relax, enjoy the ride and still get paid? So there's a perfect example of why I chose to pick up this trip. And then I said I got the JFK one, which will be nice. And then the rest of the week off because Hawaii here we come, but that'll be for another video. So anyway, this phone will ring here at approximately 10 p.m. Not looking forward to that. Those who are new to international videos, we don't have to set alarms. So my pickup downstairs is scheduled for 11:06 p.m. local time, but I don't have to set an alarm for that. The company actually calls us an hour before pickup time. And this allows us to sleep in, to not set an alarm. If the plane is delayed, if something's going on with operations, whatever it may be, we can just sleep through the night. If I wake up on my own at 6 a.m., something went drastically wrong with our schedules and other stuff. So not anticipating that happening. So that's why I'm gonna get to bed here 6 o'clock, hopefully get about 4 hours of shut-eye. And then we operate the long, dark, lonely leg up to Quito, Ecuador. Last note for this flight, it's a line check. So the captain texted me, he's getting a line check. I don't know if it's a line check because he's never flown this route. It's like a high mountainous special terrain airport, or if this is his annual line check. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be the first one, meaning I don't think they would send a check airman all the way down to Santiago, Chile to do a line check when they could just wait for this captain to be up closer to where they need to be. But it could be because his schedule, he may not be transiting Memphis in a while. I don't know. Anyway, I digress. The line check, what a line check is there's a special rated captain that will sit in the jump seat behind the captain and myself, the FO, and kind of just overlook the operations. He or she, the line check airman, will make sure that that captain is capable of performing the required duties to either operate in South America in high mountainous terrain airports, or every 12 months a captain has to get one in the airlines just to make sure they're captain proficient. Now, technically, I'm not getting line checked. However, every time a crew gets line checked, both pilots are getting line checked. I've been line checked 100 times. Not actually, but like 15 times once in 1 year, and it wasn't for me. I just happened to get paired with a captain that needed it. I don't think it's a big deal at all because I follow the rules and do the things I'm supposed to do, and I tend to think I'm half decent at my job, so I don't think it's nerve-wracking or scary or at all. And most of these check airmen are cool guys or girls. So anyway, that's what it is. It's a line check up to Quito, so it'll be 3 pilots and on our 5-hour flight. So I'm gonna go to bed. I'll see you guys when I wake up.
Buenos, I guess technically noches, or technically dias. If it's noches, it's midnight 13 here in Santiago, Chile. We just got to the airplane. They're just starting to unload it, so it'll be a while till we can blast off to Quito, Ecuador. Met with the captain at the lobby of the hotel, about a 30-minute drive to the airport, and now we're here. Nice evening, a little bit cloudy, so we'll be blasting off and then probably be IFR pretty soon. Now, I was pre-flighting the 7.6. I got to show you guys what was on the kind of covers the landing gear. The landing gear cover, I guess, is the name of it. Here's the landing gear of the 7.6, and then we gotta love it. Showed this before on previous videos. These get dirty. You can kind of write stuff, so a lot of rampers will do like tic-tac-toe or sign their name or put what ramp they come from. But this was not me. Otherwise, you'd see black soot on my fingers. Look, I didn't write it. Someone else did. Jesus lives. Amen. So whoever put that, probably in Buenos Aires or Miami. Love it. Love it. They must have known I was taking this bird because it just actually landed from Buenos Aires, and it just circles pretty crazy. If you actually watch the track of the airplane, it goes Miami, Buenos Aires, Santiago, Chile, Quito, Miami, obviously all not by the same crew. It's one leg per each of us, but it just keeps going. So offload, onload our stuff. We'll blast off to Quito. I feel pretty good. I got about 3.5, 4 hours of solid sleep before that wake-up call came. It was funny though. Texted SJ good morning while she was like, hey, I'm about to go to bed. So look, it's a night flight. Definitely I try to avoid them, but when you fly international, there really is no choice. Like the way the operations work, you're always going to have to fly something at night. The next leg is early morning, but this is the only kind of bad leg of the trip as far as the time goes. I would rather be taking off at 7 a.m., but beggars can't be choosers. So I'll be monitoring Quito, Ecuador. Let's go fly.
That you're an actor, so act like a stand-up guy. Whatever goes inside you, don't let him out tonight. I tell them it's just your culture, and everyone rolls their eyes. Yeah, I know. All I'm asking, baby, please, 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 don't prove I'm right.
We have arrived in Quito, Ecuador. Just waiting for our driver to get the car from the parking garage. Good flight. It's currently 7 a.m. local, so I've been up all night. Tired, but feeling good. Range is starting. Hello, Ecuador. Hola from Quito, Ecuador. But what's the first thing I want to do when we land? It's not take off the pilot uniform. It's not go explore downtown. It's connectivity. I want to connect with my family, my friends, and my loved ones. I want to turn my freaking phone off airplane mode and start using it. That's why when Holofly reached out to me and asked if I wanted to partner with them, it was an absolute no-brainer. I've been using their eSIMs for years now. As someone whose livelihood is literally to travel all around the world, having connectivity no matter where I am is an absolute must. Holofly Plans is a global eSIM subscription designed for frequent travelers who need seamless, reliable connectivity across destinations without changing SIM cards, managing multiple providers, or relying on that terrible airport Wi-Fi. It's built specifically for pilots, flight attendants, or frequent travelers who land in different destinations and need dependable, reliable connectivity as soon as they land. With one eSIM through Holofly Plans, you can connect to 160 plus destinations. As someone with over 40 passport stamps and counting, I still have yet to find a country where Holofly did not connect me as soon as I landed. And my favorite part about Holofly Plans is that there's no physical SIM card I have to keep switching out of my phone, no waiting on line at airport kiosks for a SIM card, no surprise roaming charges from my carrier carriers, because I know when I've gone international before, turned on my phone without Holofly, the bill was through the roof. So Holofly solves all those problems, is dependable connectivity no matter where you are. I personally have the unlimited plan, so I can go anywhere in the world, just simply turn on my phone, the eSIM automatically connects, and I have connectivity right there and then. If you're a crew member or simply just travel as much as I do, using Holofly just makes it so much easier. Use my code in the description below to get started. Quick debrief before I head down for some breakfast and then probably a nap because I'm pretty tired. Up all night. Left about 30 minutes late. They had to do some weight and balance shifting with some of the pallets that were on board. Took off 17 left out of Santiago, captain's leg, and it's dark the entire time. Pretty quiet. You're flying over the Pacific Ocean. Yeah, Pacific Ocean, the Andes Mountains. A few thunderstorms. We had to deviate around. Nothing too bad. And then the approach into Quito, Ecuador. As far as the airports I fly into regularly, Quito, Ecuador is by far the most like no BS. You must be on your A game in the sense of the terrain around here is crazy. It's in a valley. There's 20,000 foot mountains around. The missed approach is no joke. The missed approach, if you happen to lose an engine, is even more of a no joke. So you got to make sure that you brief it. You're on your A game. A game just means for the pilots, like we're on speed, we're configured, the flaps in the gear, because if you're not, the airplane's just going to get to not out of control, but it's just going to speed up and you're not going to be stable in order to land the airplane. We had to do a Cat 2 auto land. I should correct that. We didn't have to do one, but every 90 days or so, the airplane is required to have one. So the captain elected to do one here. The weather was fine as far as visibility goes, but airplane landed a little bit left the center line, but it was definitely still a pass on the auto land. And we actually saw a shooting star, so that was pretty cool. But enough blabbering. I'm tired, but the breakfast here is too good to not have, and I don't want to wake up hungry. So I'm gonna go chow down on some of that and then take a little nap. And we got about a 24-hour layover here in Quito, Ecuador. Breakfast is served. It's my favorite breakfast spot out of all the places we stay. It's my second omelet, and then we're gonna beef up a little bit. Why the heck not? Little French toast, little berries, little waffle. Bon appetit. Ate my body weight in French toast. Got a little nap in. Still pretty freaking tired. I mean, 3 hours before we took off, then the flight here, and then like maybe an hour. So definitely sleep deprived, but we got another early wake up tomorrow morning. So I got to try to stay up to kind of get my body back. But for now, we're diving into our other non-negotiable, which is our Bible, listening and reading every day. Not a bad view. The sun just came out, so we're trying to get a little tan, make SJ a little jealous. Palm trees in Quito, not too shabby. And I was just thinking while I was eating breakfast, because I was tired, I was a little moody, we all get a little cranky sometimes. I have to sometimes draw myself back in. And I remember flight training being like, man, I can't wait to fly big airplanes, get paid to do it. So yeah, waking up at 11 p.m. tonight sucked, but then flying a 767 was pretty cool. Saw a shooting star on my right shoulder off the right wing. The captain saw it too. It was pretty cool. We made a wish. Can't tell you what it is though. And then we landed and I got a new passport stamp in freaking Quito, Ecuador. And they paid me to do it. So as cranky as I get sometimes, and I was like, oh man, this stinks. I got to remember the big picture. So very blessed, very grateful. And all those out there that are training right now to get to this level, it's worth it. I'm telling you, get paid, nice hotel, nice breakfast, sunshine, pool, living the life. Beautiful day laying by the pool, getting some sun and some work done, just what the doctor ordered. Fell asleep a little bit too. And now we're at the home away from home. You already know it's non-negotiable, but I wanted to show you guys the sweet gym they got here. This is like the best gym in the system, in my opinion. When I say system, I just mean at the hotels that we do stay at. Tons of treadmills, cardio equipment, Stairmaster, got your cables. You got tons of free weights, which is like unheard of. I feel like in gyms, especially in the US, they don't trust people with free weights. So ton of weight, bench presses. Today's a pull day, so we got back and biceps. It's 4 o'clock. Day kind of got away from me with all the napping, but obviously I needed it if I was passing out mid-read or mid-email. So we'll get a quick workout in about an hour or so, and we're going to eat at probably the best restaurant in Quito that I've had is the hotel restaurant. You know me, I don't like eating at the hotel. I just feel like it's nothing wrong with it, just mind games. I don't like eating where I'm like sleeping. I like to venture out. This is such a quick layover, relatively speaking, 24 hours. It's raining outside right now, and the food at this one restaurant is actually really good. So I ate last time here for Thanksgiving. Captain said to text him when I was ready to eat. Maybe we'll grab dinner together and then get ready for bed.
Impress me, hey, how many in the sun? Is it just me and you, my love? I don't mean to call you, know. Well, I just heard about the things that you do, my love. And you're just like me if it's true, my love. Hey, you can see right through my love. Hey.
Hello? Thank you so much. Yes, 1 hour. Thank you. Bye-bye.
A bright and early good morning, 3:50 a.m. local time. Alert call went off, which is nice. Actually went off a little bit later, so that's why I don't set an alarm. It went off about 45 minutes late, so that means the inbound plane must be a little bit late, or for whatever reason, we don't ask questions, we just wake up. Had dinner last night with the captain, which was nice, here at the hotel restaurant. It's a really good restaurant here in Quito, and he has a very interesting story. He's retiring, had some pretty cool past experiences, so we just chatted. Obviously didn't film it, but it was nice dinner, and then couldn't fall asleep right away. Probably like 2 hours of tossing and turning. Try to go to bed at 7 p.m. local, so it's just hard. That's probably, for me, the biggest struggle with flying in general is just like not sleeping in my own bed and the curtains not being blacked out or the noise or tossing and turning because it's not really bedtime yet and trying to fall asleep. The list goes on, but we're up, we're awake, we're feeling good. Today's the line check. Today is that line check. The check airman's going to meet us at the airport. He'll be the one kind of grading, for lack of a better term, the captain, and then also, like I said, myself, just because I'll be flying the physical airplane to Miami. So hopefully not too late, because I'm going to try to catch a deadhead once we land, clear customs, and then head right over to the terminal. So see if that goes according to plan. But we'll get dressed here and we'll be out of Quito and on the ramp in no time.
Good morning from the rainy ramp here in Quito, Ecuador. We just reflighted the 767. Evelyn's her name. She's all set to go. 3 of us on board today. Myself, the captain, the line check airman. We all chatted, met up at the airport, and we got a 4-hour flight up to Miami. It's gonna be my leg to fly. We're going 32,000 feet. We're heavy, 110,000 pounds of stuff, a lot of gas. Let's get out of here. Gotta be on top of our game though. This airport, as I mentioned, coming in, treacherous with all the terrain. So we do have a very specific engine out procedure, which is basically if you were to lose an engine, taking off runway 36 to the north, which is the runway we're going to be planning on taking off. You got to stay in the valley because there's 20,000 foot mountains kind of all around us. So we'll be on our A game. Next stop is Miami. Let's get out of the rain and let's go fly.
Turn around. Since when are you smoking now? It's been a while. Let me know.
We landed safely in Miami. Good flight, a little bit bumpy on the arrival into Miami though. Gusty winds. Your boy had to land runway 8 left. Good news is we passed the line check. All was good. Every flight you're gonna have a little bit of notes, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Luckily, we didn't have that many uglies or that many bads. So nice job by the captain I was flying with, and then the check airman said we did a good job. The landing, there will be no dancing. We're gonna go with a 7.9. It was very gusty. Wing dipped right at like 60 feet as a gust of wind blew the 7.6 off, kind of tilt a little bit, but don't worry, we corrected, folks. We made the best we could, but it won't be a dancing landing. And now we're on our way to the passenger terminal. My flight's in 27 minutes. So as long as we get through security and they don't close the door too early, we should be good in getting home a day earlier. So that's what's great about this trip. The footprint was like 6 days, and I've only been gone for like 3 days if I make this flight and it all goes well. So that'll be an extra bonus for me. As always though, I hope you enjoyed coming along for the ride. Quito, Petey Layflats, Santiago, and hopefully you just joined me on the live. Hopefully that was an enjoyable time. If you missed the live, don't worry, more to come. We just got to hit the next milestone, which will be 50K subscribers. So if you haven't already, I'd appreciate it. Comments, questions below. I respond and answer all of them, and I will see you on the next one. Love y'all. Be well. See ya.